Everything was about to spiral fast. A betrayal no one saw coming. A secret that could tear families apart. And a dangerous game already in motion, miles away from Genoa City. Within hours, lives begin to collide. And at the center of it all, a brutal setup that's already underway. With Nick Newman caught right in the middle of it. But the first crack doesn't start with him, it starts with Diane Jenkins Abbott. Because the moment she realizes what Jack Abbott has done, something inside her shifts. Not loud, not dramatic. Quiet. Cold. Final. She doesn't scream, she doesn't break down, she plans, and when Diane starts planning, it never ends well for anyone. Sitting across from Michael Baldwin, she lays everything out. Every detail from the yacht, every moment that's been replaying in her mind like a wound that refuses to close. Her voice is calm, too calm. Michael sees it instantly. This isn't just anger, this is revenge. He tries to reason with her, tries to slow her down before she crosses a line she won't be able to come back from. But Diane doesn't want to be stopped. Because in her mind, Jack already crossed that line first. Meanwhile, Nicky Newman steps in, hoping to defuse the situation before it explodes. She pushes for peace, for understanding, for some kind of middle ground. But Diane doesn't even consider it. She shuts Nicky down without hesitation. No peace, no forgiveness, no second chances. Instead, she makes a move that changes everything. She goes straight to Victor Newman, and that decision, that's the moment this turns into a war, because when Victor gets involved, things don't stay personal, they get strategic, calculated, and devastating. Diane makes it clear she wants Jack to feel exactly what she felt. The betrayal, the humiliation, the loss of control. Victor listens, and then, he agrees, not out of loyalty, not out of kindness, but because Victor never turns down an opportunity to shift power in his favor, and now Jack Abbott is about to become the target. Back at the Abbott mansion, Jack doesn't see it coming. He thinks he still has time to fix things, to explain, to repair, to hold on to what's left of his marriage. But the truth? He's already too late. In a quiet moment, he turns to Nicky. He leans on her more than he should. Trusting her, confiding in her, and that connection, it's only going to make what comes next even worse. Because while Jack is searching for comfort, Diane is preparing her strike. And when it hits, it won't just damage their marriage. It might destroy it completely. Across town, another shockwave is building. Holden Novak has been carrying a truth that refuses to stay buried, and now, it finally comes out. Sitting with Kane Ashby, the tension is obvious. This isn't a casual conversation, this is the kind that changes everything. Holden takes a breath, and then says it. The truth about his biological father, the truth about his past. And then comes the part that no one was ready for. Lily Winters. His half-sister. The words land hard. Kane doesn't react right away, he just stares, trying to process how something like this could have been hidden for so long, because this isn't just a secret, it's a fracture, and once it spreads, it's going to hit Lily the hardest. Not long after, Kane finds Lily at the GCAC. She's deep in conversation with Dr. Stephanie Simmons, focused, serious. Malcolm Winter's condition is critical, and the clock, it's running out. Kane interrupts. Not gently, urgently. He starts asking questions about Malcolm, about treatment, about what happens if they can't find a match. Lily answers, but something is off. There's stress in her voice, fear in her eyes, because deep down she knows the truth. If they don't find a bone marrow donor soon, Malcolm might not survive. And right now, they're running out of options. But Lily has no idea that another possibility is about to surface, one she never expected. One tied directly to Kane, and a truth that hasn't fully unfolded yet. Across the city, Sally Spectra is dealing with a completely different kind of pressure, but no less intense. She's waiting, anxious, silent, on edge. Because the answer she's about to get could change her entire life. Audra Charles walks in, holding a pregnancy test. And suddenly, everything becomes real, no more guessing, no more avoiding it. This is the moment. Sally takes it. her hands slightly shaking, because if the result is positive, then she's not just dealing with emotions anymore, she's dealing with consequences. Billy Abbott. Their connection, their history, everything comes crashing back at once. And now one question hangs in the air: is she carrying his child? Meanwhile, far away from Genoa City, the real danger is unfolding. Las Vegas. Bright lights. Loud nights. And beneath it all, something dark. Matt Clark is already in control, and Nick Newman, he's exactly where Matt wants him. Isolated, vulnerable, and slipping. Matt isn't just targeting him physically, he's going deeper, messing with his mind, pushing his addiction, twisting his weakness into a weapon. Because this isn't about revenge anymore, this is about destruction, and Matt is taking his time. Back in Genoa City, Adam Newman senses something is wrong, very wrong. He confronts Riza Thompson, hard, demanding answers. Because pieces aren't adding up. And Adam, he doesn't ignore his instincts. Riza tries to hold her ground. But Adam keeps pushing, closer, sharper, until the truth starts to crack through. Something is happening in Vegas, something dangerous, and Nick is right in the middle of it. That's when everything shifts again. Chelsea Lawson arrives. Unexpected. Determined. She doesn't ask for permission, she doesn't wait. She makes it clear, she's going to Vegas. She's joining the rescue, no matter what it takes. And she's not alone for long, because once Sharon Newman hears what's happening, she makes her decision instantly. She's going too, no hesitation, no fear, just one goal: save Nick, no matter the cost. And as all roads begin leading to Vegas, one question becomes impossible to ignore: will they get there in time, or are they already too late? Because somewhere in that city, Matt Clark is making his next move. And this time, he might push Nick past the point of no return. And if that happens, what exactly will Sharon walk into when she finally finds him? The moment everything starts moving, it doesn't slow down, it crashes, hard. Because while Genoa City is still trying to catch up, Las Vegas is already one step ahead. And Matt Clark, he's not waiting anymore. He watches closely, patiently, as Nick Newman weakens. Every move is calculated. Every moment is controlled. Matt isn't rushing this. He's enjoying it. Because to him, this isn't just about winning, it's about breaking Nick completely. And right now, Nick is slipping, his body isn't keeping up, his mind is foggy, his control is fading, exactly the way Matt planned it. Back in Genoa City, the urgency becomes impossible to ignore. Adam Newman doesn't waste another second, he's already moving, fast, focused, dangerous, because now he knows. This isn't just trouble, this is a trap. And Nick is right in the center of it. Chelsea Lawson is right behind him, no hesitation, no doubt. She's going to Vegas, and nothing is stopping her. Her eyes are locked with Adam's, and for once, they're on the same side. No games, no tension, just one mission: get to Nick before it's too late. But they're not alone, because Sharon Newman is already on her way. And Sharon, she's not just worried, she's terrified. There's something deeper driving her now, something instinctive, like she already knows, whatever she finds in Vegas, it's not going to be okay. Back in Genoa City, another storm is about to hit. Jack Abbott is still trying to piece everything together, trying to understand where things went wrong, trying to fix something that might already be broken beyond repair. And then, it happens. Diane Jenkins Abbott makes her move. And it hits harder than Jack ever expected. Because this isn't just confrontation, this is calculated damage. She brings Victor Newman into it, fully, publicly, strategically. Jack sees it immediately, the alliance, the intent, the betrayal, and for a moment, he just stands there, stunned. Because Diane didn't just react. She escalated. And now, this isn't a marriage problem anymore, it's a war. Jack lashes out. His anger finally breaks through, sharp, emotional, uncontrolled. But Diane doesn't back down, not even a little. She stands firm, cold, justified, unshaken. Because in her mind, Jack earned this. Every second of it. And just when it couldn't get worse, Patty Williams steps in, watching, waiting, and then, striking. She sees the crack between Jack and Diane, and she pushes it wider, carefully, manipulatively. One comment here, one suggestion there, just enough to twist the situation further, because Patty doesn't fix things. She fractures them, and now, that fracture is spreading fast. Across town, Lily Winters is reaching her breaking point. The pressure is too much. Malcolm Winters' life is hanging by a thread, the search for a bone marrow donor is running out of time, and every test that comes back negative, it hits harder than the last. She tries to stay strong, tries to stay focused, but fear is starting to take over, because what happens if they don't find a match? What happens if Malcolm doesn't make it? That question, it's getting louder, and then, a possibility emerges. Unexpected. Unlikely. But real. Kane Ashby. The idea hits like a shockwave, because if the twins aren't a match, if no one else fits, then Kane might be the answer no one saw coming. But testing him, that means facing everything tied to the truth Holden revealed. The connection, the past, the complications. And Lily. She's not ready for that. Not yet. But time isn't waiting for her to be ready. Meanwhile, Sally Spectra is alone. Silent. Holding the test, the seconds stretch, each one heavier than the last. Her heart is racing, her thoughts are spinning, and then, the result appears, everything freezes. Because whatever that result is, there's no going back. If it's positive, her life changes instantly. Billy Abbott becomes more than just part of her past, he becomes part of her future, and that's a reality she's not sure she's ready to face. Across the country, the tension in Vegas reaches a breaking point. Adam finally finds Matt. And the confrontation is immediate. Explosive, no build-up, no warning, just impact. Adam demands answers, demands control, but Matt, he smiles, because this is exactly what he wanted. A direct face-off, a moment where everything comes to the surface. And for a second, it looks like Adam might regain the upper hand, his confidence, his intensity, his precision, but Matt isn't outmatched. Not even close, because he still has the advantage, he still controls the situation, and most importantly, he still controls Nick. The threat is clear, one wrong move and everything gets worse, fast. Chelsea arrives just in time to see the tension explode, her fear is immediate, raw, because she can feel it. This isn't under control, not even close. And then, Sharon arrives. The moment she sees Nick, everything stops. Her breath catches, her body freezes, because the man in front of her is not the Nick she knows. He's weak, disoriented, barely holding on. And the realization hits her all at once. She might already be too late. But she refuses to accept that. She moves toward him, carefully, desperately, calling his name, trying to reach him, trying to pull him back. And for a brief moment, there's something, a flicker, recognition, hope, but it's fragile, so fragile, because Matt is still there, still watching, still controlling the outcome. And then, he makes his final move, a push, a trigger, a dangerous escalation that sends everything into chaos. Nick's condition spirals, fast, too fast. Sharon's panic explodes. Adam reacts instantly. Chelsea is frozen in shock. And Matt, he steps back, watching it all unfold like it's exactly how he planned it. Because for him, this was never about the fight, it was about the collapse. And now, that collapse is happening in real time. Back in Genoa City, the fallout continues to build. Jack and Diane stand further apart than ever. The damage is done, and neither of them is willing to step back. Not now. Not after everything, and with Patty still circling, that distance is only going to grow. Every storyline, every secret, every decision, is now colliding. And the consequences? They're just beginning. Because in Vegas, one life is hanging in the balance. And in Genoa City, several others are about to change forever. But the real question is, after everything that just happened, After everything that's about to be revealed, who's going to walk away from this, and who's about to lose everything?